Um, mm, mm-mm. You fellas ever talk with your mouth full?
Once or twice.
Yeah? That's cool. That's cool. Well, here we are again. Um, I just got back with my dinner like 10 minutes ago.
Nice.
So, I'm going to be taking chances to scarf my food down. Because that's one of the things I do best, you know. Eat food too fast like a cat.
Commonly known house cat trait.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to hear your butler.
Ah. Oh, it's Foggy. Hello, Flogi. Hi, how you doing? Good to have you here. Alright. Well, I think that I've stalled all that I can for now. Which is, unfortunately, not a whole lot. Because, you know, I tend to do that because there's always, like, finishing touches I have to put on. Hi, Coleman. Coleman's here. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, squad.
Arthritis.
Arthritis? Did Coleman get arthritis last night? Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know how this goes. Oh wait, I gotta switch over to the. Nope. There we go. So, squad. Can anyone remember exactly what happened last time?
Yeah, baby.
Tell us about it.
We restocked the front lines for the secret final battle that is totally gonna happen, right?
Well, I don't know if that's. we went on a delivery mission. As the new and young strapping delivery boys, we trotted around the wastes, delivering supplies to various faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, during one of our shopping run, we ran into our new nemesis. Nemesis?
Nemesis. It was one guy leading the pack for sure.
Well, there's a trio of the. I think they're all on the crap list.
Yeah, but there were two silent fellas. You know, I mean, every kingpin needs his guy that stands next to him.
Yeah, but like, you know, every Sidious needs his Darth Vader, but Darth Vader was the main villain, right?
So, no, I wasn't.
Well,
yes, he was.
The Emperor's the main villain.
You really could argue that?
Yeah, I am, because you're wrong.
Wow, Vader's not the main villain. Okay, all right, you're. I know exactly what you're gonna say. He's the main antagonist or the main protagonist, which yes, technically he is. But no, okay. What's your argument?
Palpatine's the main villain.
Throughout the entirety of Star Wars? No,
Obviously.
Well, if you count,
He establishes the Empire in the prequels. Then he controls the Empire and later tries to indirectly leads to Vader's death in the original trilogy, and then somehow he returns. And the sequels.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Okay, but he's a non-factor, right? Until the last episode, Vader's the one that people are always running from, always fighting, right? So I don't know. I
mean, yes, that is true, but
like, well, I mean, okay, maybe not main villain, but he is the antagonist. He is the one who is in direct opposition to the dashing heroes. Yes.
It sure is a lot of pointless media analysis.
I imagine this is like an actual like debate happening,
Happening where?
like in game, like with one of the NPCs.
You're walking around
It's like,
spots
no,
with
man,
a
Vader's not the main villain. Vader did nothing wrong.
And
Ooh.
we will stop them.
All right. So, I don't know. I don't remember if we, if I said this last time, but as you guys are heading back into Stance, you were contacted over the radio by, I believe, Anders, who tells you guys that they have deciphered that pin final evolution presentation you guys found.
Yes.
So, I assume you all head back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we headed back home, and they said
Yeah.
the
What's
thing
Manders?
is ready.
Did the what?
The thing is ready.
Oh yeah, the thing.
The thing we gave them to decode. So they said it's ready.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So, you guys dock the Fenrir, head over to the catwalks, and let me see. These are visible. Yes, they are. Gonna put you guys on the stance map. You might notice that there is an extra. Actually, I don't know if you've seen that one before. That this red one right here. So, you guys notice that you take one of the last spots in the hangar, head down the catwalks, and find your ways into the main offices. Head down a series of levels, elevators, all that. Or ramps. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. It's not really that important. And, as the two of you shuffle into the command's office, you take note of some of the people in the room with you. First, you see an older man with a scruffy beard. Let me put him on there. I don't know if you guys have learned his name yet. Next, you see Anders, who is talking with Brian, one of the other Jotun pilots. Next to Brian is someone that you've never seen before, who you can assume to be a pilot since they're sitting next to Brian.
Brian!
They listen intently as Anders speaks in hushed tones. Also in attendance are some militia members and office workers that you normally see diligently working behind command, as well as Luna, who is floating between both groups. You settle in next to Faith, who silently acknowledges you two before going back to listening to Anders.
So, what are they all doing are they just like, waiting for us, or are they already talking, or?
Seems like they were waiting for you two as once you guys take your seat next to Faith, Anders nods to everyone, then him and Luna step up beside the man in the beard, whereafter you see a projector light up behind them, displaying the text Pin Final Evolution. Alongside the text is a horribly grainy image of what looks to be some sort of speck inside a grayscale sea. Let me see if I have some art for you to represent that. Oh god, I don't even know where I put it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, Binky. Uh-oh, Binky. Oh.
So while we're doing technical difficulties, all of you over at twitch.tv should give Poochie __ a follow. That's right. If we get him affiliate, you'll be able to get Poochie's custom emotes wherever you go on Twitch. Because you'll be able to subscribe to him. You also know you can subscribe for free using Twitch Prime. Wow, incredible. So make sure you follow Poochie so that he can get his affiliate badge. So then you can subscribe to him and give him money.
Thanks.
Dang.
There you go. So you see that? You see that speck right there? The bearded man.
I'm not gonna zoom in. It's gonna be a Gotham symbol, is it?
Probably not.
Looks like a. It's either a beetle, or it's like a. Maybe a man praying, or maybe he's sitting down. Or maybe it's like a skull, like a really deformed skull.
Oh, that'd be crazy having like a giant skull flying through space, like Brainiac.
Yeah, man, that would be great. Wait a minute.
What if this entire fucking time this has been like some DC alternate universe thing and you guys are gonna fight Brainiac? The fucking balls I would have.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
What if I'm saying that just to distract you from the fact that I'm actually doing that? Now it's mind games. You don't know what.
Honestly, you think that's insane? It's honestly not. I have done and seen worse.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell me all about it after the session.
No, I don't think I will. It's better that nobody knows.
I want to hear it though. All right. The bearded man speaks first. Thank you all for being here. I understand it is late and you have better places to be. Now that you see what we're talking about though, I think you'll understand that this is far more important. He points to the image on the slide, which expands to fill the screen. Which expands to fill the screen.
Expand down.
It's great to meet you. Expand down. I can't. How do you do a Bonzi Buddy voice? So as you can see that right there. Just move it so you guys can see both. There. This is an image that astronomers in Milan captured 2 months ago, courtesy of our two-nosed Jotun pilots. And he kind of gestures towards you two. That object you see is what the astronomy team suspected to be a space colony presiding in the great red spot of Jupiter. They saw foreign objects docking and launching multiple times a day, ramping up just days before the city was destroyed by Nok. After pouring through the research our away team discovered in Milan, we've determined this to be the current location of Pin. You guys hear a few murmurs reverberating across the room.
I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Who is that again?
Pin?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we... I don't actually have a library entry for this.
Okay. So I'm not stupid, because I probably just don't actually know. That sounds very familiar.
Oh, you probably do have an understanding of who they are. It's the... Hold on, let me look up exactly what they're called real quick. Because I'm going to get it wrong otherwise. The Pacific Indo-Chinese Nations. It's a group of eastern countries and kind of seaborne countries that all banded together and left the planet
My dad would go, "Do you know they only allowed to have one baby?" And a drunken stupor.
Oh boy.
Thanks, Dad. That's real helpful. Normally, we'd be alright with letting them be. However, the next part of the astronomy team's report was more troubling. Along with these images they captured, they intercepted faint transmissions coming from that colony talking about a final evolution. As they continued listening in, cross-checking leftover documents from before they left the planet, the team came to the conclusion that this final evolution is a Jotun by the name of Vishnu. It dwarfs any giant we've seen to date, and the astronomy team believed it has the ability to level entire settlements in an instant. And not only does it have that power, Pin is intending to set it here as a first strike in a total invasion of Earth. And you guys hear even more murmurs, a bit more audible, across the room.
When did these guys go into space? How long ago?
Was that what you're asking? Or are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Um,
Or is that something that my character wouldn't know?
let me see how recent it was.
If they left, like last year.
Definitely did not leave last year.
I'm just making sure.
I think it was around 30 years ago. 30 or 20. Couple decades.
You motherfuckers been up there oh good. They only have one baby.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny.
You wanna laugh, you know it.
Anders follows up. The reason we called you all here today is because we feel that, considering our current geopolitical state, it is our responsibility as members of the human race to intervene and prevent Vishnu from launching. And in an instant, you see a range of emotions erupt across the room. Militia members scoff at the notion, office staff shout in surprise, and your fellow pilots silently exchange solemn looks at each other.
Wow.
Anders continues, attempting to quell the audience's emotions. I know. This isn't something I'm happy about doing either. Let me explain a few things before we start judging, alright? As much as I'd love to involve the NAA with this, they're an entire ocean away, and we have no fast ways of contacting them. Not to mention, we don't even know if they're going to use our information. Nock is radio silent, not to mention immediately hostile, so that's out the window. And I'm not even sure if Fuspa's even still alive. I don't think JGC is going to be any help either. So, we're on our own here. Oh. Hey.
I'm sorry.
Well, how did our ancestors deal with a bigger animal? They laid a trap for it.
Oh. Now, if you don't want to be a part of this, you don't have to. You're free to go. And as he says this, a few militia members leave the room, along with one office member, their face in their hands. Anders sighs before looking around, especially after the 5 of you.
Well, I literally don't have the ability to leave. So yeah.
Everyone's
Connor
still-
kind of fidgets a bit, but stays where he is.
I'm gonna start bouncing on my toes a little bit.
Now, for the rest of you, we've put together a plan to help us get to Vishnu. Oh wait, I've totally forgotten about the music that I need. Luna steps forward, reading from some documents. Since we don't know when they intend to launch Vishnu, we need to get this done fast. To that end, our pilots are going to be at the forefront of this operation. First, to allow your Yatnar to survive in space, you're going to need Ava equipment. Damien, Jude, and Connor, that's your job. Next, our launch is definitely going to meet some resistance, so we need reliable AA defenses, something better than we have now. When you find out where something to that effect might be, Faith and Brian will be tasked with retrieving it. Last thing we need to launch is the actual space shuttle. For that, we've set our sights on an old invention of Gilbert Calvin's, a ship called the Bifrost. Once we found it and we have the rest of the equipment, we'll send you off to pick it up. In the meantime, it's business as usual every moment that you aren't searching for those items or actively procuring them. Militia's going to be working Militia's going to be working double shifts to make sure JGC doesn't poke at us while you're gone. Any questions?
When do we go?
Well, for you three, we've got a location. We got a location scoped out. You could probably leave as soon as tomorrow.
Three. Connor kind of looks around, like, trying to see who she actually is gesturing to.
Well, you know who Brian and Faith are.
Okay. So we don't know who third person is. Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, want to roll intelligence for me, buddy?
Do I have intelligence? I think I do.
Is it
Right.
just something he should immediately know, or do we have to do the roll?
You don't have to, but
oh, yeah, I do have intelligence. All right. Come on.
I feel like it's something with that someone with just about any level of. Let's see here. Oh, look at that.
18.
Well, you've met Brian before. You're intimately familiar with Faith, which means there's just one pilot left in this room.
And by process of elimination,
Who's the new person? What does she look like to us beyond what we can see from the token?
Jude? They look to be a little older. Their hair is silverish. They have a few piercings. And aside from the gear that they have wrapped around them, they have kind of heavier boots.
Big shoes. Definitely not compensating. Nodders. Okay. Okay. So I guess I stop and wait for her to stop speaking, because I'm guessing she's giving everyone orders right now, in turn. So I'm gonna wait until she tells us to do something.
Is that to say you have a question for her?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't want to. If she's barking out orders, people, I don't want to interrupt her.
Well, she is finished barking out orders for the moment.
Okay. I kind of like nudge Damien in the side a little bit. What does she expect us to do?
Well, I hope just our best.
Well, we tried that once and it didn't work out too well. And this threat is way bigger scale. I'm afraid they're gonna go flying off by the seat of their pants again and get a bunch of people killed. I gotta like speak in a hushed tone because I don't want to like, you know. I don't know if anyone's gonna get offended by that. What do you think we should do? I look to Damien.
And Damien stares off into space.
I'm just, well, yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Just yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I guess we'll go make an offering to Lord Cthulhu to pray we don't die or something that, I don't know. Like, we have no orders. This base might not be a base anymore pretty soon. Given the competency that we've seen so far, at least in Connor's mind, everyone else here might become a statistic in the next few days. So, do we stay and die, or do we like maybe like go, hey, you know, let's just, like, not be here for that?
I mean, what's the feasibility of them just picking up the base and putting it somewhere else?
Pretty low, I imagine. I don't think some of these things are designed to be portable. Although, Poochie, we have been here a good amount of time. Do we know how much of this base is portable?
Yes.
What percentage of the base is portable?
A very small amount.
Okay.
Most of it is underground. So if we were to take your joke suggestion of picking it up and moving it somewhere else seriously, it would take a lot of work to cut everything out of the ground and transport it elsewhere.
Well, I mean, like, probably not every single, like, room or whatever, but just, like, actually feasibly relocating the population somewhere else. Like, bringing with them all the important hardware
or at least having
and
some place
supplies.
that's safe enough to evacuate the other people that are living here. As like, I don't want to. I don't know if refugees is right. If there's nowhere to have came from.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say that if you're worried about Vishnu, then I'd say the general populace's best chance is being underground. I mean, unless
If
it's
the base is underground, then maybe it's to our benefit. Like I said, I mean,
Perhaps.
best way to fucking fight a bigger animal is to lay a trap. So I mean, you know.
Yeah, but we're talking about, like, we're ants compared to this thing. In our robots. So.
Yeah, but you know, ants can kill crabs and stuff.
Okay, but. Okay, but Vishnu's not coming over here for a rave. He's gonna blow us all away. So.
Well, then we use the base as bait, and we walk away, and we lay a trap.
Yes, bait him by having the civilians fire the petty weaponry. And as he's massacring the innocents, then we sneak up from behind and stab him in the arse. Brilliant idea, my lord. Brilliant.
No. Okay.
That's how they killed Ramiel.
Yeah, it is. So basically,
Who?
here's what we do: is we lay out, is we evacuate the local populace to like someplace like really like it doesn't have to be really far away, but we keep the lights on so it looks like they're home. And then while he's trying to blow up the base, we have like the home automated defenses still trying to we leave those on too. And then in the meantime, we build a catapult with a really big bomb on it.
You made a trebuchet, right?
Maybe more of like a ballista, so that way it flies pretty straight and
That
fast.
too?
Okay, we have giant mechs. Why do we need a trebuchet? We can have one of them just yeet
Because
a
the
bomb.
bomb is very, very big.
Oh, you throw a giant spear,
Yes.
like it's the Olympics,
Yes.
Does the spear have 2 prongs on it?
and you pierce Vishnu's AT field. God damn it! I have only myself to blame for endless Evangelion references.
It's okay.
True. That's what happens when you like that show.
His brain is rotting. Instead of math, arithmetics, and English, I see it's like endless funny Oscar pictures. Anyways, Anders speaks one more time. I doubt that we're the only ones that figured out where Pin is, so whenever you're on site for asset procurement, be on the lookout for JGC and knock. Now, unless anyone has more questions, we're done talking at you. You do this, and we could potentially be saving a lot of lives.
I mean, what if we get this thing to target target knock first, take them out, problem solved.
Are you asking?
We don't even know if anyone here is its target. It could potentially blow us by as not even being important. Although, maybe, if we dress your mech up as being part of Knock, and then you attack it, maybe it'll see their faction as a threat and blow the rest of them out of the water for us. Now the question is to make sure you don't get blown up in that process.
Well, I believe the only solution that we have to that is preemptive strike.
Won't we potentially provoke them, though, if they end up... I know it might sound a bit cruel, but if we are not the primary target and they target somebody else, then, well, that might be one less threat to worry about. They could blow over us completely.
Yeah, but what about the people that live there? I mean, they're still people. Just gonna let them die?
You met him. Can you really call those things people?
Yeah,
After what they've done.
if we saw the people lying in their little beds beyond him, were they not people?
I don't know. Maybe some of them were forced into it. Maybe some of them are willing conscripts. Some might still be able to be saved, but we can't afford to care about everyone. This thing, if we provoke it, and we fail to beat it, then it's going to destroy us. Even if some of the underground facilities survive, they'll be buried underwater, only be it underground, before they eventually suffocate. At the very least, I think we should maybe have some sort of fallback plan, maybe evacuate most of the civilians. Or maybe make the maze go dark, people think it's abandoned. Do any of the actual mechs carry for Stan's carry insignia.
You mean like affiliation with?
Yeah, like any unique markings or like signal that's broadcast like, hey, we're part of these people.
As far as you know, no.
Okay. Let's see. If something like that existed, I think we should probably like maybe scrub that off before we go to attack, but hopefully it won't matter. Okay. Kill giant mech in space that could one-shot us. I mean, it's not like it really matters for me because, you know, I'm already half dead and I don't have a mech. But
Moving
for
on
you,
borrowed time here.
Yeah, I'm about to show these fuckers what for.
Yuck.
Yuck.
So everyone starts.
Your dad doesn't just have sex; he fucks.
People start shuffling out. Some of the office workers head back to their desks. The command more or less stay in the same position. They immediately get to work on what you can assume to be tactics and plans for getting up into space.
Mm-hmm.
You also see Brian and Jude get up and walk past you guys. And then you see Faith is just kind of sitting there, resting her chin on her. She's just kind of sitting there. She's looking a little forlorn, you could say.
Well, before she invades the Dark Souls 2 random, I go up to Faith and I say, "Hey."
Funny dark joke.
No, it wasn't. That was a terrible joke. It was supposed to be cringy.
And funny dark joke.
See, you lost viewers because I said that cringy. How does it make you feel?
Don't talk about my viewers. I don't look at that stat. So she looks up and goes, "Oh hey, I don't think that I ever visited you while you were recovering. How are you?"
As good as I'm going to be, most likely.
Well, that's something. Haven't happened to get any leads on a new giant, have you?
Wait, what did she just say?
Haven't happened to get any. Haven't happened to get any leads on a new giant, have you?
So we never actually did that thing that we talked about doing of like, hey, remember that other robot that we left in the hangar but pulled the battery out of?
Yeah.
I got the battery in my backpack.
How badly do we mangle that thing? Could it be repaired?
If I recall,
Maybe given some time.
yeah,
Because we basically just like carefully cut out the thing in the back to pull the battery
They put a
out.
thing on the back of your last mech. That.
Yeah, and that ended up getting killed.
So I'm just saying, if they can put a thing on the thing that wasn't meant to have a thing, they can definitely put a thing back on a thing that was meant to have a thing.
Now say that 10 times fast.
Venom,
Oh,
Venom.
he's straight spitting. Okay.
Well, to answer your question, you guys didn't really mangle it. You guys went at it with,
Pretty surgical precision.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, surgical. With the
So,
giant
it might be an option heading back to your old base.
Now the question is there actually stuff in that hangar we could use to repair it?
Um,
Well, I mean, there is likely stuff here and there, like between the two.
Well, I asked this because there's basically no way we're going to be able to drag the thing back to base. So ideally, we would want to repair it in the hangar. I want to say there's probably some kind of thing in the hangar for, like, repairing, but it's the question of whether or not we would actually be able to, you know, make it work with only having a few people and with how badly damaged the place was. Anyway, so I guess Connor says there's one that's pretty useless right now that we could potentially fix up if we had the parts or the ability to bring it back here, but without that, it's basically this giant paper weight.
really? Where's that?
It's... I look back towards Damien, and then I look back towards Faith. A hangar of sorts. It's about 9 miles to the southwest. Wait, is it southwest or southeast?
Yeah, southwest. You got
Southwest, okay. The southwest of here.
it. Huh.
It's mostly buried and destroyed, but the main entrance is still operational.
Well,
There
that's...
might be parts there we could fix it, but we'd need to bring it back. I don't suppose you have... I guess, what would we even need? We'd probably need, like, one of those industrial, like, crane things to carry one of these back because of how big they are.
Well, we could bring shit there to fix it. There, since they've got all the equipment to lift it up and down there.
Maybe.
We just got to get creative.
You know, I...
Or
Oh.
we could not do that.
And... Is there an and after that?
No. I was gonna say we could not do that and then just follow the story. But that feels kind of weird and metagaming, but it's like, yeah, or we could just, you know, stick with the original plan of not trusting these people and not go off on a side quest that could, you know, take up valuable playtime. But yeah. It's just, yeah.
You know, I'd offer to help you out, but unfortunately, my old gird is not exactly strong enough to drag things all around. But maybe why don't you try asking Jude? I mean, since she's gonna help you, since they're gonna help you out getting EVA equipment, they might be able to help you fix it up. I mean,
Maybe, but we also don't have a lot of time to waste.
I know,
It
but
might just be a dead end. We do know one other group that does have working mechs. We've seen just how well they work.
well, you want to steal one from JGC?
It might not be as crazy as it sounds. I kind of like scoot in a little bit closer, Faith, and speak in a little bit more hushed tone. We ran into a few of their men when we were delivering
Oh,
supplies. They were honestly surprisingly friendly. Tried to recruit us.
huh. Well, the fact that you're still here, and I bet that if I cut you, it wouldn't be bleeding white, it means that you're not with them, so...
No, definitely not. But this.
Yeah, they were kind of dicks.
Yes, they were.
Does he mean to have
But
ADHD?
at the same time, they're also really good pilots, and we might need good pilots. We can persuade maybe a couple of them to work with us, then well, improves our odds. And the other option is to hope for the best, potentially lose all of our pilots, and even if we manage to defeat that Colossus, then we have no way of defending ourselves.
Well, I know getting them to help us out would be really nice, but they're fanatics. They're a lot harder to convince to be friendly than you might think they are. I mean, dangle some milk in front of them, they'll do whatever they want. So that might be especially tough.
I've already proven that they can steal all the milk they want from us. I doubt they intend, even if we offer them any, that would be a marketing chip.
That fucker.
Crap. Hey, Damien.
Yeah.
How do you feel, or I guess this is more of a question to you, Jake, than an in-character question. How would you feel about becoming double agents?
I mean, I think that'd be pretty sick, but I think these guys would start poisoning us pretty fast.
True. But at the same time, robots come in to destroy the world. From Space China robots coming to destroy the world, so...
I see.
I feel like it's gonna be a thing without their help, we're gonna get screwed. Or without some form of backup, and they're the only other really powerful faction that... They're probably the most powerful faction exists in this part of the world, so... I don't know. I'm throwing that out there. I don't know what the play is.
Well, it's tough to say. I mean... I feel like the option of choice is there, but I feel as if it's nearly an illusion based on just that, like, they were kind of dicks still. You know, I don't want these guys to suck too bad, but I don't know if this. Sorry, my cat's being a prick right now. I don't know if these guys are just gonna fuck us over afterwards.
Dude, yeah, but it's either that or we get an early game over, I feel like, so... Because there's nothing in the final solution thing that talks about...
No, not final... No. Evolution. Evolution.
I like final solution.
I'm sure you like Adolf.
I was actually convinced that was what the reference was. I was like, oh, okay, that's a nice little reference.
Hitler?
I mean, yeah, of course it was, but you don't need to say the silent part out loud.
Okay, well, yeah, it's like, what else are we gonna do? Like, we don't have the manpower. It's one of the things, like, I mean, obviously, I don't actually know the statistics of anything, so it's like, maybe I'm misunderstanding things here. But without actual, like, metagame knowledge, just looking at this, I don't see us winning it. And even if we do win it, we're gonna suffer so many casualties, we're gonna be... What? Okay.
Sorry, I need to fuck my cat up right now, dude. He's being a bitch. I need to
Okay.
He's gonna go punch him out.
He gave it a little bit too long of a pause.
Box the cat.
But well, he's I'm not gonna say it, not gonna say it, not gonna say it. While he's doing that, I think, yeah, like without any metagame knowledge, it feels like, okay, we're greatly outgunned here. We have no tactical advantage, and I don't know how long their flight spacesuit thing's gonna last. Also, I'm useless. Well, I'm mostly useless right now, unless we get beaming technology, and I can beam inside the, or I guess not beaming technology, but some means of boarding the thing, and then trying to one-man army it, which probably won't work. Do they even have spaceships here, like proper spaceships?
Well, they're in space.
No, I mean like here in Stans.
Oh.
Well, apparently not. And if they did, you still need that the Bifrost, as you might remember from our little lecture earlier.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think we should not mess. I feel like messing with the bad guys might not be a good thing unless we're planning to be double agents and basically like halfway committing to joining them for the sake of, saving everybody. Probably not a bad plan. Probably also a terrible plan. Yeah, I don't know. Those are my only two ideas. Shoot. What do you got, Jake?
Well, I mean, I keep coming back to this idea of like we just we get crafty. We play a trick on it. We fucking, like this. It's a big fucky explodey shooty gun robot, but like it's gotta have a pilot, right? It's gotta have somebody we can trick inside there. We just gotta be smarter than it.
Well, but a robot that big might actually have more than one pilot. We haven't seen that as a thing yet, but that could be a thing.
That'd be pretty epic.
Yeah.
Like Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
No, I was actually thinking of just like
Like an AI.
more like Voltron, where like
Burn the
pilots programming different parts or controlling different parts of the robot. And,
I don't believe that they actually control different parts.
well,
I don't believe it. I think that's movie magic.
I've never seen Voltron, so I'll have to take your word on that. But like, like just nothing. Apparently, my knowledge on it is more limited than I thought.
Such
just
is the
like-
nature with Super Sentai robots.
Yeah. I don't know. The only other thing I can think of is like, oh, go scavenging or scouting or trying to like find some kind of weapon or part or upgrade, maybe robot wreckage, anything we can do to give us any kind of tactical advantage, because we can't really get any more information on this thing than we already found, unless maybe we go back there, which would take several days, and try to search through it more, like the facility we found. I don't know.
See, Faith kind of looks to you too. Hey, so I know you guys are looking at each other all misty-eyed and stuff over there, but Brian and Jude, they went out to get get a drink, and they invited me. Do you two want to come along? Maybe we can
That's certainly a way to get our minds up of things.
talk game plans a little.
I lean over. I believe this is what they call shooting the shit.
Yeah, I got that. Good observation. Very cool. I give Damien a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't see why not. Doctors didn't tell me not to drink. Actually, side note, am I not supposed to, I don't know what medication I have to take now, so maybe, I don't know. Is there any side effects with alcohol?
Hand wave.
Probably.
Hand wave, okay. Nice.
Who cares? Either way, I'm gonna start heading over there. You'll find it near the common living areas. We'll try and find a table out there where you can see us.
Right. See you soon.
She gets up and heads out, which leaves the two of you and Command diligently working on motorcycle.
Sorry.
You know, there are 2 autism tags on Twitch.
Yes, there's one for me and one for the other me.
I'm autism and autistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm. So, what are you guys doing?
I don't know about Damien, but Connor feels in the mood to make some Constitution saves.
Yeah, let's go.
So, yeah.
All right.
I made it.
You guys head out of the office. Just a few steps behind Faith, actually, and she lets you guys follow her all the way out. I guess not really all the way out, but you know, up to the spot. You take another few ramps, head up some more elevators, right about the level where the hangar usually is, except this time much closer to the to where you guys have been living, sleeping, and near the area where you remember your milk got stolen.
God damn, took my milk.
Milk stealers. Smh my head. Oh no, he has a combat grid for the bar. What could this imply? I actually can't see anything because it's black.
That's fantastic. It's got dynamic lighting.
Heck yeah.
The bar is dynamic.
It is quite dynamic. You never know what you're gonna
Lynn,
get.
I'm dynamic.
Dynamiku.
I'm shitting. I'm dynamic.
He's dynamic, he's not in it, Jackie, not in it.
You sound like a text-to-speech bot for a second there. Like genuinely impressive.
Thank you. It's a family secret passed down for generations. So we're at the bar.
Yes. You head up the stairs into the bar, find Brian and Jude both at a table. Jude has their feet kicked up already, while Brian is already halfway through one of his.
It's Brian from Family Guy.
Don't talk to me. Faith takes a seat and offers two of the remaining chairs to you guys.
Yeah, we're sitting.
You are sitting. You are sitting and farting.
No.
Fantastic.
Also, I'm sorry, I have to point this out and ruin everybody's day, but cock. I'm sorry.
Cock. Oh, cock. Cock. My favorite bar, cock.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
My 12-year-old brain is like, hee hee, that's funny, even though it's not.
Ha ha hee hee funny.
Cock.
Well,
Anyway,
you guys are here.
what alcoholic beverages?
Wait, are we eating at cock?
You're not eating.
No, we're outside of cock. We're outside of cock.
That reminds me of a place. I don't know, you making that joke, Jake, reminded me. There's this place that used to be around here called Dick's Burgers, and my friend would always make the joke every time we went to it. It's like, you ready to have a dick in your mouth? It's like, very, very clever. I remember being really annoyed by it at the time, and now I think that's funny. I don't know what that says about my mental maturity, or health, or stability, or anything, but are the three of
you're
them
probably doing all right.
what are the three of them drinking? I want to fit in with the boys. If they're drinking vodka and brewskis, I want to drink vodka and brewskis.
Brian's having a beer. Jude is into some bourbon. And Faith has not gotten anything yet, but she's already calling someone over.
All right, so they're all mixed. In that case, I will get what's that thing called? Oh yeah, if they have them, I will order Jello shots. They are absolutely disgusting in real life. Don't drink Jello shots, but
Oh, they're so easy.
they're so gross. It's like, you know what I want to do in addition to feeling bad from drinking alcohol? I would also like to feel like I'm sucking down snot. Yeah, that's definitely
You not like Jello
what
at
I
all?
want to do on a Friday night. No, I do not like Jello at all.
Oh. See, that's the disconnect.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Jello apologist.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So an employee comes up, asks for an order. Faith begs for a... Let me make sure I got one of these right. Let's see what would be good. A daiquiri? Is that how you pronounce it?
Daiquiri.
Daiquiri? There you go. She is practically begging for a daiquiri at this moment. You will also notice that I know literally nothing about alcohol.
Well, you're about to learn.
Uh-oh.
Learn today.
You're gonna learn today.
Hey, Faith, you want a dickery?
So Faith practically begs for a daiquiri. And then employee looks at you two.
Yeah?
Presumably asking for your order. If you want anything, that is.
I'll take a Long Island iced tea.
Long Island iced tea.
2 Jello shots, scotch, and a vodka martini, please.
Ooh, looking to get busy tonight. All right.
I look at him and I go, holy shit.
My fucking god. Oh god, no.
Connor feels someone silently judging him, and he sneezes out of the blue for no reason.
What? What's that? What's that about?
It's a superstition. You sneeze when somebody's
Talking shit about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking bad thoughts or saying bad things about you.
Oh, hold on, my dad's calling me.
Uh-oh.
Dad!
Uh-oh.
Aw, dude. Tell your dad thanks for the brisket.
All right. Now that we're at the bar, we can play the karaoke minigame and unlock the romance options. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That totally exists, right?
Excuse me, everyone. My dad called me. I had to take that call to tell him that I am busy right now and I will call him back later.
He makes a mean brisket, though.
He does. He's preparing for that tomorrow.
God, I tell you what.
Tell me what?
Tell me why.
All right. So, after the barkeep gets all your orders and starts heading off to prepare them, Faith pretty quickly stretches her arms and practically collapses on the table. Oh, so anyone want to talk about it?
You mean about our inevitable demise? Nah. Let's save that for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's sort of a morbid way of talking about it.
Not to be overly negative, I don't really see a way out of it.
Well, unfortunately, and that's Brian speaking up. Unfortunately, I feel like I have to believe Anders. I think it's about the best thing that we've got right now. It's our best chance. And of course, if you're going to be a pilot, I mean, why would you get into the business if you're not prepared for this sort of thing? That's not a slight against you, of course. That's just thinking aloud.
He's calling it like he sees it.
Well, being a pilot doesn't mean you need to take foolish risks. I don't want to see any of you get killed. I don't want to see any more people get killed. We don't actually know if that thing is going to be coming for us. Heck, it might not even show up on this continent. Why not let someone else deal with it? Heck, it could wipe out Nox for us, potentially.
It could, but then who's to say that perhaps our information is outdated? Perhaps the astronomy team was wrong, and it's not just settlement leveling. It's more like county leveling, state leveling, country leveling.
Still the problem that just you four. Would that really be enough?
Well, we could sit here and do nothing and send whatever info we have off to whoever's willing to listen. Or we could take action now and potentially avoid the sort of fate that you're so worried about. I think
Seems
that
like a huge risk. We don't know exactly what we're going to be facing. They could have many other mechs protecting it. Might not even get past whatever automated systems they have in place.
I have the same worry myself, but as I've said, this is the best that we've got, and personally I think it would be a little, it would be unfair to the... The hell are you doing?
I'm sorry, that was great.
Can I get another?
Oh my god.
Holy crap, that was amazing.
Already done with your first one, huh? As Brian is going on, barkeep sets down a tray and hands off all the drinks. Faith gets her daiquiri. Connor gets his Jello shots, and what else did you get again?
A vodka martini, and what was the other thing I ordered?
Oh shit, cat.
Was it?
Scotch, I think?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
I think it was scotch, yeah.
And Damien, of course, gets his Long Island iced tea. Long Island.
More iced tea.
And I assume Damien kind of downs his pretty quickly.
Fun fact, Long Island iced tea has no tea in it.
No way! Now, as much as I would like to throw in the towel and not do anything and wait for an inevitable possible demise, as you might think, I think that it just wouldn't be fair to the rest of the human race, you could say.
Oh, I suppose you're right. I just don't see what we can do. The odds are so stacked against us. And it's just us. I don't suppose any of you know other pilots, maybe of other factions that might be helpful, willing to aid us in this endeavor.
Well, the only ones that I can think about are usually across the sea. I mean, Trail Masters, those are with the knock. American Aces, well, American. Antilles Sevens, I believe that those are down near Africa somewhere. So that's another ocean that you'd have to cross. I think the closest mercenary company that is working in this area is JGC. At least ones that are Jotun active.
I'm guessing by your past interactions with them, none of them have been, well, negotiating type.
Well, that's just the thing. I've never met them before. So not only would it be it would be difficult to communicate with them. It would also possibly be that they don't exist.
Connor slams back a Jello shot.
He fucking slicks it back.
Mm-hmm. A big ol' slurp of that alcoholic mucus down his throat. And then he says, well... God, this stuff's disgusting. What? Once we get up there, what's your guys' plan? He pauses and catches himself. Once you get up there.
Well, provided that all 5 of us can get up there, I'd say I could provide some suppressive fire, maybe Mr. Karloth over here with his Fenrir, and Jude going in for the frontal part of the assault, and then you yourself, possibly, in case you find a Yatun of your own, another one, my apologies. I'm just taking this one step at a time right now.
In other words, we really don't know how we're gonna do this.
What I do know is that once I get up there, I'm going to be fighting like hell.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Not to be rude, but what difference do you think that's gonna make? You don't even know if any of our weapons could so much as dent the thing.
Well, it's the same. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. We could sit here and do nothing and hope nothing happens to us, or we could head up there, guns drawn, and do our best. If Milan's astronomy team's info is true, then this could quite possibly be the last chance that anyone on this planet right now has.
Connor, isn't it better to die on your feet than to live on your back?
I think it's better just to pick the option that leads to people surviving.
Well, screw surviving. If you wanted to just survive, you'd have sat in that hangar and you wouldn't have picked up a single one of those mechs. You'd have sat there till the end of your days. You're bullshitting yourself right now and you know it.
Rushing into things without a plan is exactly what caused all of this in the first place. We don't have any means to change anything. Believe me, I wish I could. Wish we could go to JC and kick all of their asses, but that didn't end well because we didn't have a plan. And just now, we don't have a plan. We're just gonna get innocent people killed again. Kind of like slumps back in his chair and takes like a long sip of the vodka.
Yeah, I think you hear Jude speak up the first time. Listen, as much as I would like to prevent anyone here from dying, something that you have to accept when you get on this level of warfare that we're on right now is that people die. That's just an inevitability. And considering what we're up against, as Brian has said before, inaction is much worse than doing something. Because if what they said is true, this is the last chance that anyone on Earth has. I'm still dealing with it myself. So I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly what we're supposed to do once we're out of the atmosphere ourselves, but I know that sitting here and doing nothing is probably not our best option. And like Anders said, I mean, you have the choice of walking away. You want to stay down here, put your head in the sand, try and make sure that whatever power this thing has can't get to you, then, I mean, by all means, but of course that's not going to stop anyone else from trying.
Connor starts to think back to all of like his past experiences with the military, of people constantly, you know, training, pushing, and like fighting harder, and he kind of has like this moment of realization to himself, and he looks up towards Jude and says, "No, we need to do something. But we can't be reckless." My dad told me once that the victory of who wins a battle is decided before it's even started. Like he was quoting some old philosopher. If we're gonna do this, we need to make sure we can win. So we need to get every advantage we can.
All right, let's start small. I mean, me, you, and Damien over there, we're all going to be together getting this EVA stuff. So, start small. What's our plan?
We need more men. Especially if we're going to have to engage in some kind of frontal assault. The 5 of us aren't good. Or, sorry, I guess in that sense there's really only 4 of us. Isn't gonna be enough. Furthermore, like Damien said, the thing still has to have a pilot. That can be a weakness, potentially. We can find out some way to breach the thing's cockpit. It might be all over. It could still have more than one pilot, potentially, or some kind of backup AI. That would probably
like
be the
say,
first
the bigger
step.
they are, the harder they fall. The more... Look, from all my time at... Excuse me, at all my time walking the factory floor, my favorite things to see were the Big Macs, the huge ones, the gigantic ones, and waiting for all the parts to come together just for them to not slap a rifle in its hand. You know why the industrial mecha parts weren't used on the battlefield? Because there's more weaknesses to them. More points to exploit, to get around. Something this big's gotta have a weakness. I mean, sure, it's not gonna be easy. I guarantee 30 years up in space has really done them well, but I don't think this thing's gonna just be completely unstoppable.
Then before we engage, we have to figure out what that weakness might be.
Well, say that we've got all the info that we can get for now. What do you think might be? What do you think might be a weakness of something that large?
Well, if it's walking on the ground, leg joints to start.
We're assuming it will ever actually land on the ground. I have some sort of propulsion thing to keep it above ground.
Then
Several
that's your
thousand
weakness
feet
there
in the
too.
air.
Whatever's keeping it freestanding or floating, that's it right there.
All right, so. Well, I guess maybe before we head out into space, so we could try and look into some of Pin's research on propulsion systems. What else you got? Something about you mentioned cockpits, right? Something that large has got to have, well, might have more than one, right?
Would make sense. I remember they used to experiment with dual piloting in the past, but it didn't work. But there's no saying that these people couldn't have potentially figured out a solution. Could also just be something more simple, like AI controlling individual functions and parts, weaponry. It's designed to kick in if the pilot's incapacitated. Something that big's most likely going to have EMP shielding. There's no real way of disabling them, but... Something that big would need multiple... If it does have an AI to control a lot of the secondary functions, if it was going to do it quickly, it would need it. That computer would need a good amount of power, and it would have to be located somewhere inside. If it's not multiple pilots and they're using some AI to control it, then potentially there might be a main power line that could be reached and cut with one of our blades or guns. Odds are it's probably going to be internal, not easy to get to, but it's a possibility. Unless you guys know of a way to fry the circuitry of something that most likely has EMP shielding. Which actually, come to think of it, would my character know of anything that might potentially bypass EMP shielding?
If that's a thing.
If that's the thing. Is that a thing in this universe?
You know, that could be a good idea. Let me check your. I think it would be a mecha tech role, right?
Mecha tech. Where skills? Mecha tech. Oh, right. Mecha tech is the one thing I'm good at. Yee. Oh, but I rolled like garbage. 20.
Well, was it EMP shielding is certainly a thing. However, it's the kind of thing that you kind of have to work that into the design from the start, and you can't really just paint it with a bunch of silvery stuff and expect it to suddenly be immune to EMP. So there's a chance.
I guess the other question then is, we don't have any gun that effectively, or machine that could act as an EMP, do we?
Not that you know of.
Okay. There might be something at that base. we go back there and start poking around, but that could end up being a waste of time. But our mechs basically don't have any form of, like, EMP shielding, right?
Not that you know of.
Okay. So that's probably a dead end. I feel like no matter what it comes down to, it still comes down to the whole thing of, like, there's only 5 of us. And well, okay, 4.5. So it's not gonna be, that's gonna be rough. Yeah, no. I think I'm gonna leave this up to you, Jake. Do you think we should maybe go to the JGC and try to recruit them, or should we go with the just try to go back to the hangar and fix the mech in there and go from there and hope that's enough? Because I honestly don't know at this point.
Well, it's tough to say. I think if we're getting pushed in one direction, we might as well try it. I mean, that being said, like, would it be so bad to fix this one and then go see what's up with the JGC? Explore.
I guess that's true.
Nothing's shoehorning us into one thing. Because we don't necessarily have too much information on our time.
Yeah, we just know it exists, and this information's... How long ago was the basement out? Like, at least, like, a while ago, because they thought it was still alive, and then we got there, and it's like, nope, they gone, but then they don't check on them regularly, so...
2 months ago.
Months ago, okay.
That's when the presentation was put together, at least.
Okay. So at least a few months ago. So, and how finished did the thing look?
They never saw it. At least you don't know if they ever saw it.
It's just talking about. And if it's talking about it in a presentation, then yeah. See, the thing, I don't know. I don't have any context of, like, how long it typically takes to build a regular Jotun. Plus, these people are already far more advanced because they're living in space. So even if we're like, oh, well, based on how long it takes to regular Jotun, and if they have at least, like, a couple of months working on it, it should be a lot amount of time. But if they are more advanced, then there's no way of measuring. But yeah, we basically just need to get going as soon as possible because we have no idea how long it will take. I don't know, I feel like I'm just going in circles. Last decisions I made in care or above table ended up being disastrous, so I don't want to decide our fate. Especially if I end up getting other players and NPCs killed this time.
So what you're saying is if you could change your fate, would you do?
If you could change your fate, would ya?
You got to change your fate when you do it.
Okay. Yeah, Connor starts talking in circles, and then eventually he just, like, consumes all of the alcohol and munching on bread. Or whatever the equivalent is to bread in post-apocalypse land.
I'm sure people are still making bread. Bread's pretty easy to bake.
Yeah, it was probably bread.
Probably bread.
Might be bagel
Okay.
chips.
Bagel chips. Poochie, what kind of bread exists in this world?
It's Poochie's
Why
world. They can
we-
eat bagel chips if he goddamn wants.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
does garlic bread exist?
Yeah.
I need to know.
You're living, like, literally right outside of Italy, so it'd be kind of weird if there wasn't any garlic bread.
Nice. I don't know if you've ever had this before, but then since I'm assuming it's around dinner time, Connor would like to order food, which is basically spaghetti meatballs, except they're like flat, and then you put them on garlic bread, and then you eat them.
Go to pizza?
Sure, a very culturally appropriating pizza.
I don't know if they serve food here. I don't have my dice either.
What? Cox doesn't serve food? Unbelievable.
Dude, we're getting ripped off by Cox right now, bro.
Yeah, I'd say they serve food.
Oh, is that good or bad?
Is a 9K good or bad?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Are you using Call of Cthulhu rules or not?
Oh no.
Because in Call of Cthulhu, high is bad.
Well, yes, they serve food. We'll say that you're able to find something to eat while you're here.
Okay.
So, two of you and
I
Jude.
need to make a fort save for food poisoning.
I don't think so. I think you're probably okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, I believe you.
three of you talk a bit more about your plans. Go over. Would you like to tell them about heading back to the base or talking with JGC?
Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and tell them, like, hey, so there's this robot that's kind of in a hangar, but it's also busted up, but we might be able to repair it, but we also might not be able to. We don't know. Also, we have no way of bringing it back, so we might not be able to repair it, even if it's salvageable. Blah blah blah. Oh, and then we also tell them we met some sussy people during our deliveries, but maybe those sussy people can help us out. Smile.
Well, Jude's gonna think it over for a minute. I like the idea of heading back to that hangar that you mentioned. If we take my air, then we might be able to jumpstart it with a bit of milk, and might be able to cobble something together to at least get it back here to get it repaired. About JGC though, I don't think that's such a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Cilian is what's the word that I could use to describe him?
He's a prick.
He has his own ideas about using milk and yacht and that sort of stuff. I think that heading up into space or supporting someone heading up into space would not really line up with his ideologies. So, and not to mention, if only the two of you head in, or if you rope me into it somehow, you might just be giving him fresh milk. So, why don't we hold off on the JGC for now?
Okay.
All right. So, car.
Car.
Line. So, you guys.
That's that kind of line. God dang it.
What?
Sorry, continue, Poochie.
Sarah Walker. You guys continue talking about plans. And
More drink.
unless you guys have anything else that you need to discuss with your fellow pilots here,
Drink.
unless there's anything else that you want to discuss with your fellow pilots here, I think that. Yeah.
Nah.
No. All right.
We're good.
Faith. Dude, Squirt, are you on the cream team?
Eh?
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Did you say what I think he said?
You guys go through a few more drinks and spend the rest of the night getting to know each other.
Heck yeah, let's sing karaoke. Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna refrain from singing copyrighted anything, cause haha, Twitch suck. Oh, yeah.
Alright. Well
Can
then,
we roll for team bonding?
team bonding.
We're out here talking about team bondage.
No, that's phase 3. We're not there yet.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is there something akin to that?
In terms of actual rules, I want to say
Roll for social.
Roll for social.
Roll for social to see how much closer you get to your fellow pilots.
What the frick is social? I don't remember how we do that.
It is a. It's an empathy skill.
Empathy skill. Social. Yeah, I'm good at those. Just kidding.
We're
I guess.
average.
Well, you
I
guys.
give for D10, so that's technically not terrible, but feels terrible.
You guys spend the rest of the night shooting the shit, drinking with your buddies, but eventually decide to finish up for the night after another hour or so. And you both head off to your rooms, I assume. I'm assuming here.
Say about assuming.
I guess the only. Yeah, no, I don't. I guess do basic stuff like do maintenance on gun, do maintenance on armor, do maintenance on psyche that's rapidly degrading.
Meditation.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Well, once all that's taken care of, I think that's where we're going to finish up for tonight.
An interesting little time. We were chatting.
Yeah, chat with your friends. Chat with the people that you hope to God aren't going to die.
Poochie's fucking sitting under he's sitting behind his desk right now, like shivering and quaking.
You said it, not me.
Good. Oh, I'm just imagining all the things that could go wrong.
How do you think Poochie feels?
I'll just say this, Poochie, in case last time wasn't a good enough indication, do not underestimate my stupidity.
What?
Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's all that I got for you guys tonight. So I think there isn't any sort of housekeeping that I gotta do aside from next time we can play. When is that? That Sunday? Are you guys busy on Sunday? I seem to recall one of you is busy on Sunday.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend comes home that day.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, for me, Sunday's
That
a
night
bit
is
of a
tentative.
toss-up.
She's probably gonna be jet lagged. She will definitely be like going to bed early, kind of thing. Earlier, I would assume. I don't know, or maybe she'll stay up really late. I don't quite know how that works coming back from England.
Come on,
We'll see what
England.
happens. England.
England.
So yeah, that's tentative. If anyone else, or if the rest of you guys are available on this like coming Sunday, we could play it by ear. Otherwise, like, no worries if not, kind of thing.
All right. Well, Sunday, once I finish up with work, I'll send you a message and yell at you really loudly and see if you can play. And if not, what is the next available day? I think we also had to not play on the 26th. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just day after Christmas, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
That is main big get-together family celebration day for me. So
Alright.
definitely not. And
Understandable.
because
Let's see my schedule.
because things it's New Year's plus my brother's birthday, I cannot guarantee that I'll be able to play on the 2nd.
All right.
Here's what I'll say though: the week of Christmas, I only work one day. So if there were any days other than Christmas Eve, like that we could maybe squeeze something in on, like maybe like the 23rd, like that Thursday, if that was possible, or like after Christmas is over. Like I've got that Wednesday and Thursday off, and I work early on Friday. So if we did something like Friday, kind of, I don't know, we got some stuff to play with if we need to.
In that regard, the week leading up to Christmas, including Christmas Eve, I won't be available, but the week after, so like after the 26th, like ideal best days for that would be like the 28th or the 29th.
Oh yeah,
But
I recall that.
Honestly, if I actually no, because I need at least one day to. Okay, so I can't say for certain, but I want to say I could maybe play for 2 days during the 27th to the 30th.
All right. How about Jake? Is he gonna be busy?
27th through the 30th.
Yeah. Not every day, but like. Yeah.
I mean, I don't work the 29th or the 30th, so maybe the 28th could work really well.
All right.
And the 28th or the 29th would probably work best.
Okay.
Okay. Well then, how about for now? Let's see if we can do the 19th, and if not, our next session 7, will be on the 28th. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I should know by Saturday whether or not I'm good for the 19th. Should be,
All right.
but not sure yet.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you both very much for coming tonight. It was. I'm glad that. Uh-oh.
It was a mistake to come here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna finish the rest of that because I don't want you to get banned.
Yeah, thanks very much for being here.
Sometimes I realize I can't say this. I need to shut up before I get someone in trouble.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I see anyone in here that I want to send the chat people, send us over to, so I'm just gonna end the stream. So yes, thank you very much for coming around. Thank you. Is it Count? I forget what your shorthand name is. Anyways, I'm gonna. Okay, Mouse. Okay, thanks for being here. I'm gonna go. Bye bye, everyone. It's just me now. It's just me. Thank you very much for being in the chat tonight. It was very nice to have you here. I'm going to go figure out something else to do. I might play some Payday because there's a holiday event. Other than that, I think that's all I'm going to do tonight. Oh yeah, I gotta call my dad and take out the trash. Anyways, bye.